guys wanted something fucking else? Bring on the cake! The opening sequence alone is enough to guarantee an MA rating from the FCC, and those are the tame bits. And just to say, that opening theme though. Alright, Twitch a backstory. I worked for a short and horrible stint at an entertainment store that shall remain nameless. While I was cleaning up the anime section one bastard day, I ran across this little gem, which had just been re-released by Anime Classics. This collection, gathered and released by Funimation, is what I consider to be the Criterion collection of the anime world. Though I don't agree with all their choices, this collection hosts real talent. Claymore, Darker Than Black, Eden of the fucking East, legit classics like Trigun and Yu Yu Hakusho. You've even got some of the best of the French shit with Gantz and Technolize, though I still will never understand everyone's fascination with Black Butler. Anyway, the titillating task turning my tone today, teens with tortured tits, tatas, and turbulent time turning.
Yeah, we get it. You're clever.
As close to hentai as this show sometimes gets, it equally becomes oh so much more than anyone could possibly imagine. It flaunts almost every genre you could possibly think of, sometimes several within the span of one of its 6 episodes. The segments are equally intertwined with recurring characters, but also as each episode has a unique story and consequences to the overall plot, every progression makes the previous one clearer as to why it happened. That's skill. You respect that shit. It's a bit surprising because director Shigeru Ueda brought this series to life. He's had some decent work on Love Hina and Full Metal Alchemist, though now currently residing on Pokemon. He's even worked on Lost Planet 2 and Resident Evil 5. Though, I would not put Resident Evil 5 on my resume. Just saying. And... I'm sorry, okay. I need a minute. You think things like Kite, Death Frenzy had some kink to it? Doesn't hold the sexiest, sluttiest match next to RIN. Okay, maybe Kite still does. Gantz probably does too. And sure, plenty of hentai are well into the kink more than this series, but the main difference is that this was not designed as a hentai. It's really hard to believe that considering all of the sex. I mean, much sex, holy shit, wow. It was made in a collaboration between Zebek and Genko to commemorate the 10th anniversary of the television network ATX. If this is how these guys celebrate an anniversary, I don't even want to know how the casual birthday goes down. Was that Titler? The series centers on Rin Osagi, a private detective with something a little ahead of her contemporaries. She can't die. You'd think that little trick would come in pretty nifty, but the central reason that she goes through all of the shit she goes through is because she's immortal. She and her faithful companion Mimi, who shares the same immortality, find their way through their long lives by helping others, which leads them down paths of carnage, biomedical atrocities, black market dealings, and angels. Yeah, motherfucking angels. We went celestial, bitches. But not the way you might think. To clarify this element without giving too much of the plot away, a massive magical tree known as Yggdrasil, based off the life tree in Norse mythology of the same name, appears in the human world releasing what are called time fruits. If these fruits enter a female, she becomes immortal, but if they reside within a male, they become angels, which are essentially flying Jeffrey Dahmers who happen to be straight with a mouthful of razors and wings made of blood. Not a fucking happy thought! Though, of course, this is an anime, so somehow the victims get down tonight like we're in Bible Black or some shit. Yeah, I bring that shit up in like every episode. I'll get to it sometime when I have the nerve to destroy any moral fiber left in this hollow and bitter frame you may call a man. The dichotomy between angels and immortals is one of the major drivers of the series, which is provoked constantly by the series' main antagonist, Apos. The overall story arc of the series begins in 1990 and extends all the way to 2055, which ends up making claims similar to Blade Runner and Our Future in 2019. The story's inconsistent hopping in time between episodes always have underlying reasons which become evident as the show goes on. And all of these elements come back to the writing. The writing of the show, though sometimes it comes off as stilted and unnecessarily smutty, it's fantastic, though the film attorney has something against me saying that. Go watch it. Blending film noir, old school giallo, erotica, sci-fi, horror, even fucking zombies. Not fucking zombies, mind you. Though there is one scene that could be possibly inferred to as such, this show hits every note it wants to and actually pulls it off. The writer of the series, Hiroshi Onagai, who also wrote the light novel variation of the show, has worked on many of the Gundam franchises, such as Theta, Seed, Destiny, and even worked on series like Eureka 7. And though the writing is phenomenal, one thing that really stands out the most is the English script, dubbing, and direction. Though I've said the English dubbing on shows like Fully Cooley were just as good, if not better than the Japanese voiceover, most of the time English dubbing for one reason or another can be considerably worse than their Japanese counterparts. And that says a lot, considering how unbelievably melodramatic and way over the top the voice acting can get in anime. And sure, it's a cartoon, but you wouldn't see Ren on the old Saturday morning block on Cartoon Network. Hell, Elfen Lied couldn't even get shown on Adult Swim. But then, I fucking wonder why.
I'm not scared of you. It doesn't hurt at all.
Yup. The English script was a collaboration between John Bergmeyer, Spencer Prokop, and Sean Whitley. And if you haven't heard about these guys, then Spencer Prokop and Sean Whitley are very solid figures in their own right, both of them working on shows like Darker Than Black, Trinity Blood, and Mushishi. They represent the bulk of the work, scrapping out episodes 2 and 3 through 6 respectively. But John Bergmeyer is one of the most eclectic figures in modern anime today. He's not only served as writer on some seriously amazing work such as Attack on Titan, Dance in the Vampire Bund, Panty and Stocking with Gardebrell, a slew of Lupin the Third shit, so much DBZ, and even Mass Effect Paragon Lost. He's also a major voice actor. He's goddamn Kurama in Yu Yu Hakusho. This guy is prolific as fuck. He is a boss. As the characters evolve throughout all of the events that occur, it culminates with a finale that has so many apparent twists that Shyamalan would be confused beyond belief. And I'm not sure if the novel or the manga made off the series elaborates on many of the aspects brought up in the final minutes, but it's pretty intense nevertheless. And naked. Very, very naked. In summation, if you're looking for the pinnacle of kink, mystery, cyberpunk, fantasy, and sadomasochism all mushed together into one lovely little anime, then look no further. And if you're looking for that specific combination, you might be running on a lean mixture. You should probably get that checked out. Just saying. And no, I'm not bashing the BDSM culture, that they probably would get off on that. It's one hell of a hit trip as the show concludes. I'd say it has to be probably one of the best examples of production and fan service meshed into one since I was hooked on High School of the Dead. Ooh, there's an idea. By declaration of myself, because fuck you, we're doing Corpse Party Tortured Souls. Yeah, I fooled you, didn't I? Yeah. Prepare to have your soul eviscerated.